What's up, guys? I'm Drew Adams. Today we're going to talk about Mark Cuban versus Cardano and my experience with crypto. Let's get into it. Hell yeah! Okay, so jumping right into this. So Mark Cuban argues with Charles Hoskinson about Cardano, and here are a couple of the details and what happened through their interaction. So it all initially started with people going to Twitter and asking Mark Cuban what he thinks about Cardano. Cardano was sitting at its all-time high of 245, so people were very excited about it and wanted to hear what he thought. In response, Mark Cuban drops a massive bomb by saying, "Are you personally able to use ADA for anything? If so, what have you used it for?" That's the question I ask about all crypto. Do you find yourself using it for anything you find value in? To which Charles responded, "You're breaking my heart, Mark, but levity aside, come by the farm in Colorado sometime and let's chat." Mark Cuban showed his disinterest in that by saying, "I'm out." Charles responds by saying, "Seriously, Mark, it was just a friendly invite, but you want me to pitch ADA over Twitter? Okay, we have 5 million students in Ethiopia, thousands of assets issued in Cardano, a nice dApp ecosystem brewing for smart contract launch, a new VC model with Catalyst, huge community." Mark Cuban responds, "That's great. I am happy for your application in Ethiopia and thousands of assets issued. Let's talk when the platform stops brewing and starts serving users. Not saying that you can't do well, just saying you aren't there yet, but you are an Ethereum OG. Why no smart contracts to start?" Charles responds by saying, "We rebuilt the entire smart contract model. It took 4 years to do it, but it's necessary if you actually want security and scale. No more DOA hacks, less off-chain code, consistent operating cost. Furthermore, I want all devs, not just Solidity devs." So I want to jump in here. So what Mark is making a reference to here is Ethereum was first to market when it comes to smart applications and the blockchain. And so what happened is tons and tons of developers have jumped on and have been developing for Ethereum. Meanwhile, Cardano has kind of taken a step back and taken a slow approach towards smart applications and making sure that everything is secure and safe before they start opening everything up to smart contracts. It's really one of the age-old questions when it comes to business. Do you go head first and just start your business and learn along the way? Or do you take the smarter approach and take more time and do it the right way and spend your time on it? And so this is Charles' thought process when it comes to releasing smart contracts and being first to market and things like that. So really the big blow here that Mark says is he's saying that, hey, Cardano doesn't have much use right now. Talk to me when it does. And so that's the truth. Really, Cardano has been setting back a lot of their development or a lot of their releases due to wanting to ensure that there's quality in the development of the cryptocurrency. And so there's good and bad sides to all of it. And I really hope in the end that him taking all the time and ensuring that things work out perfectly in the end as far as security and, you know, going the extra mile here really works out for him so that they can scale. He claims along the way that, hey, you know, we're developing a cryptocurrency that's going to scale extremely well with smart contracts and growing in the future. You know, comparing Cardano fees to Ethereum gas fees, it's night and day difference. You know, it's a matter of pennies compared to, you know, 10, 30, 20, 30, $40 when it comes to paying for gas fees. And so, you know, there's a lot of speculation out there as to if Cardano is really going to do it. And I honestly personally compare this similar to what Tesla is doing. Let's jump into a little bit of the numbers and some of the details when it comes to Tesla's price right now. So one very interesting thing to take a look at when it comes to pricing out a stock is something called the PE ratio. Tesla has one of the highest PE ratios I've seen. Its PE ratio is sitting at 600.25 currently. Now, to describe a little bit more about what PE ratio is, it's the price to earnings ratio for the company. So it's based off of how much money the company is bringing in versus the share price. Tesla has an extremely high PE ratio. Taking a look here at the S&P 500, the current PE ratio for the S&P 500 on average is 44. That shows the price to earnings ratio for all of the companies that are inside of the S&P 500 versus the earnings that they bring in. So you might ask yourself a couple of questions when it comes to this. Why is this company valued so high? And why is its PE ratio so high? Now, one thing that explains a high PE ratio very well is something that people have faith in that will work out well in the end. So if you take a look here, a high PE ratio could mean that a company's stock is overvalued, or that investors are expecting high growth rates in the future. And so some people may believe that Cardano is overpriced right now, but that being said, a lot of investors have a lot of faith in Cardano and think that it has a very bright future. And so just like Tesla, I feel like Cardano is priced at a very good price right now because a lot of people have faith that it's going to do extremely well in the future. And so Tesla right now is overpriced per its PE ratio. But that being said, it has a long runway. I feel like Tesla is light years ahead of the rest of the competition when it comes to their innovation, when it comes to data that they have, autonomous driving, all the things that they have going for them are great. And so I feel the same about Cardano. They have built an extremely well-established foundation and they're going to scale it from there. Before investing into Cardano, you need to do some due diligence and figure out if it is a coin for you and if it's something that you believe in. And as you do your research, I'm sure that you'll find that yes, this is absolutely a coin that has very high upside potential and has the ability to grow and scale extremely well due to its nature. Cardano is widely known what is going to be the Ethereum killer. And if you look at the market cap here, Cardano is sitting at $53 billion, Ethereum at $306 billion. So that being said, if Cardano ever does overtake Ethereum, you could potentially 6x your investment. Here's a couple of reasons as to why many people believe that Cardano is the Ethereum killer. One of the main differences now is proof of stake versus proof of work. So I'm going to make an analogy to help explain the difference between proof of stake versus proof of work. Now, proof of work is what Bitcoin and Ethereum run on. They both have miners that run and earn money. So in this case, you have to have workers. You have to have something that is working for you, like a miner, to earn you money. So let's compare this to a normal 9-to-5 worker. They go to work, they make their income, and they receive their paycheck, but overall their pay isn't dependent on the overall well-being of the company. They just care about if they're able to make a income 9 to 5. And to talk to you a little bit about my own experience with proof of work is I had actually bought 4 different L3 plus ant miners in 2017, and I was running those out of my garage. And I also bought 2 other D3s, and I was running all 6 of those machines, and it was costing me about $400 to $470 a month in just electricity. Now, I was spending a lot of money on electricity. Granted, I was making a good profit, but what I had to do is I had to pull money out of my profits to pay my electricity bill because I didn't want to have to front the money for my electricity bill. Hell yeah! Now, I did a bad job at documenting my experience. So in this video, I only show 2 of my machines running right here. They're 2 L3 pluses. I spent about $16,000 on those machines, and I had just broke even on them right as the whole crypto market crashed. And one of the things that I actually did is recently, when Dogecoin blew up, they actually run on the same network as Litecoin. And so my L3 plus machines, I sold each one of them for about $1,000 and made finally broke a profit on that investment. And so now that you understand a little bit more about the proof of work process, let's jump into proof of staking and talk about that and the benefits of that over proof of work. Proof of stake is different because you have a vested interest in it doing well. Let's say, for example, you are the VP of GameStop. And a big way in which they pay you is in company stock or equity. And all of a sudden, you really care about how well GameStop does day in, day out. So you put your money into Cardano and you stake the money. And the more money you stake into the company, the more you get in payments in return in rewards from staking. So when you wake up in the morning and Cardano has plummeted to the depths of the Marinara Trench, you open up your account and all you see is red. You're going to have to bust out those diamond hands and hold on for dear life. And remember that you're going to get your staking rewards. Whether your account is up or down in the market, doesn't matter. You will still receive your staking rewards for holding and leaving your assets and leaving them staked into the coin. I just got to tell you guys, if you don't know yet, being in crypto is violent and volatile, and you just need to hold on and you need to trust that it'll eventually come back up. If it's something that you believe in, then you just got to put your faith into it and really harness the power of the diamonds. And you need to learn how to train yourself to not paper hands. Another benefit of proof of stake is that it is a lot cheaper when it comes to energy consumption. I don't have to run my machines in order to make profit off of my cryptocurrency investments. So let's talk about some of the differences between Cardano and Ethereum. Cardano has a maximum supply of 45 billion coins. Currently, there's about 31.9 billion coins in circulation. So that leaves the rest of it for staking rewards. Since at this point, Cardano is 100% decentralized. Currently, Ethereum has an infinite supply of coins and can be infinitely created, but that might change with Ethereum 2.0 whenever that releases. Due to its nature and layering, Cardano has the ability to handle up to 1 million transactions per second, which by and far beats what Visa's processing capabilities are, which are 65,000 transactions per second, and even more beats what Ethereum is doing at 15 transactions a second. So back to Mark Cuban's point as far as what can Cardano do, the fact is Ethereum has a much more robust network as far as development on the network when it comes to smart contracts and things like that. So we will chalk this up for a big win for Ethereum. But that being said, the more I learn about the two different cryptocurrencies, I really begin to learn that Ethereum is more aiming in targeting businesses, and Cardano is really going a different route. They've targeted entire governments and helping whole countries organize and plan their students and their information in a way that is much more effective than what they've done in the past or what they've ever been capable of doing. So that being said, I don't really think that Cardano is going to be an Ethereum killer. I believe that they're going to take two separate paths and they're both going to grow and they're both going to do amazingly well. But the fact is, Cardano is taking its time and in development phase, ensuring that things are secure and that the applications that are built on the network and the smart contracts and things that will be used on the network are going to run extremely well and smoothly, and they're going to have a great process with the whole thing. And so, hey, look guys, this is the end of the video. I appreciate you guys sticking with me all the way to the end. Do me a huge favor, hit the like button if you haven't already, and consider subscribing and drop some comments below if you have any questions or you would like to add to the conversation. I will definitely respond to everything and we can talk here. Anyway, thank you guys a ton. I very much appreciate everything. And until next time.